Thanks for joining us on Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. Stu Rich and Mike Wood here to take you through a massive card of racing at Rosehill Gardens this weekend, where we'll be fine-tuning a form for 5 key races from the meeting. And of course, watch out for the mini races that'll be at the top right-hand side of your screen throughout the show. Plenty of best bets coming your way, and of course, putting this man, Mike Wood, under pressure. The $100 hot seat, it's going well, mate, but it's not all about that. It's also birthday week, mate. Happy birthday.
Thanks, mate. My birthday on Tuesday and your birthday on Wednesday. Obviously, we do a racing show together. We go to the races every Saturday together, and we almost share a birthday together. How sad is that? We've had a good week. But today's not all about having a good week, is it? It's all about the people who are struggling to get out there. It's Are You OK Day. So any mates out there you think need reaching out to, make sure you tap them on the shoulder today.
Yeah, do that. I mean, it might just be a call that does make their day. And of course, Mike, that is one of the situations you found yourself in as well.
Yeah, I had a difficult time a few years ago. I was quite sick at the time, but I got through it. And it was the mates more than the doctors that helped me get me through for sure.
Well, look, I'm always here for you, mate, and make that call if you need to a friend in need. And Mike, it's, as we say, it is about that today, but the racing on Saturday. And I've got to take you back a week, mate, because I said you were going to have absolute egg on your face after Red Zell was going to just be first up. Look, we didn't really know what it was going to do, but we had it, 2 lengths behind the last rated horse. So basically said it was going to be run last, and it didn't. What a run.
Yeah, you bring me back down to earth pretty quickly. The ratings are good on Hot Seat 100, but that was absolutely terrible, that race. He came last. I got it so wrong. I cannot get that horse right. Everyone has their nemesis. And Red Zell is mine, I think.
The Big Red is back in a big way for the spring, obviously going towards the Everest for the three-peat. And of course, good conditions this weekend, Mike, but we're looking at Rosehill. How are these track conditions going to be? It should play pretty fair out there this weekend.
Yeah, less bias than Randwick. We talked about possible bias at Randwick. We didn't think it was going to be that strong, though, did we? The rail's out 6 metres. The last time we raced there was a couple of weeks ago. It was a bit off rails. It was a wet track, though.
Yep.
Good dry conditions. It should be fair. Just a chance of on-pace near rails, but we should be fair on Saturday.
Well, look, so much group racing to look forward to at Rosehill Gardens this week, Mike. So how's that enticed us to have a look at these races this weekend? We've got to pick 5.
Yeah, it was pretty easy this week because I'm not sure about all 9 races. There's a few that we did like.
Yep.
The highway's quite tricky. The 1800 metre race 2, I've got absolutely no idea. Chocolate will be hard to beat, but he's a bit hit and miss. We're doing race 3, we like that. Race 4, the staying race, 2 standouts there. The Run to the Rose, you couldn't miss that one. The Theo Mark Stakes is the race of the carnival so far. It's a cracker. And the Shirako Mares Sprints, always quite hard, so we'll have a crack as well.
All right, well, there's a look at the card, but we are diving into race number 3, the first one we're going to have a look at. It is over the 1,500 metres and straight away into the market here, and there is Adana right in the money again. Finally got win number 2 on the board on the heavy track for win number 2 of 16. Irukandji, what about this for a go? $9 into the $3.90, stuck in the mud there behind Adana, but a big plus back to the dry. There's Juventus there, $7 coming through the midweeks. Of course, Mapmaker, $7.50. Isn't this a horse that just loves Rosehill? It's got 59.5 kilos this weekend to contend with, though. Of course, Oneness coming through the same form lines as Juventus coming through there. And Angel of Heaven, $9.50, Mike, but the much maligned Adana got the job done.
We love this replay. We got it right a couple of weeks ago. He was looking for a wet track. He was looking for some clear running room, and he got everything go his way this day. I was in the mounting yard, and as soon as Irukandji walked in, I thought, wow, he looks great. But he was stronger and more muscular, and despite the money coming, I was worried about him on a wet track. He absolutely floundered and failed, but the money's come this week, hasn't it?
Yep.
Adana, 3 wide with cover, a nice trail into the race. Everything went right this day, Stu, didn't it?
You got the punters onto it there, Mike. You had to convince me on the show to get stuck in after the last start failure, but a good win there.
Did you back him in the end? That's the thing.
I did.
Good.
I did.
That's
you convinced me, mate.
Good.
Let's have a look here now at another horse, Adana, at a decent price this weekend. We're going back to January 19 here, Mike, and the reason there is it's about 4th up. It's really similar. It's at similar scenario at Rosehill, and here you find a horse that can really fight to the line.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 3rd up he was a bit ordinary last preparation. He improved to 4th up. Same this preparation. Absolutely put a pen through his last start. He was wide on that vicious near rails bias day at Warwick Farm. He just loses to Hard Madden. He beats Shock Alert, which was the horse we just saw in the Adana replay. Yep. And if you look at the weights, it much favours Adana on Saturday.
All right, well, we're going to look into all the weights.
Plus Robbie Dolan's on as well.
You love Robbie Dolan. I'm sure you'll get behind him some stage on the card this weekend. Let's have a look now for all the key form and the key factors as we light up the first race of the day. It is race 3, Mike.
Yeah, Adana won last start, light him up, and Angel of Heaven has group form from last preparation. Light her up for form.
Okay, so they're the two they've got to catch as we start our mini race here, the top right-hand corner. Let's go, Mike. Progression.
Yeah, Irukandji can definitely improve into Listen, Zidane fourth up, bounced last preparation. Why not this prep too?
Okay, so they've still haven't caught up, but we've got a bit of a race on here early in the day, Mike. What about this distance?
Yeah, some questions. Juventus, oneness maybe a bit far. Angel of Heaven back in distance is a risk for her, but the rest of the favourites should like the 1500.
Okay, a lot of gold there across the board, Mike. What about the track conditions getting to that real nice hard dry Rose Hill?
Yeah, let's just flood Adana here. He is the one who will struggle on a firm, dry Rose Hill, we think.
Totally opposite to the other week in those conditions, Mike. And of course, rounding out position in run, we've got a three-way tie for the lead here.
Yeah, we do. And James Mack inside Barry. Juventus was only okay last start, but at least he gets the right spot on Saturday.
Okay, we have got an absolutely great finish here. Irakanji, Mapmaker and Zidane right there, Mike. Adana just in behind. Let's see if those punters are going to come back or if you can convince them this weekend. Let's have a look now for the summary and, of course, the bets. It is early in the day. But, Mike, this looked like a pretty stacked finish to me. Is there an edge or is it a bit of a no-bet race? Look, I am guessing a little bit here, and you've already mentioned it. You do love Robbie Dolan, so is that the way we're going to go here?
It might be Irakanji. The money's come. I was watching it on Wednesday, and I missed it. $9, $8, $7, $6, $3.90. I missed it. I can't believe it. Mapmaker, look, he'll be tough to beat on pace. He goes up a kilogram from that win, which is not much of a penalty at all. He's an older horse. Adana will be running on. Juventus will be tough, but Zidane. No points for guessing. He's the best bet each way, of course. Swooping home from the back. He's got such a low weight on Saturday. All
right, plenty of good value there to start the day, around that $17 mark, I think.
Good value.
Let's have a look now at race 4. It's the second race we are going to look at for the day. It is a staying feature of the day. And De Beer, well, what a win this was last start down in Melbourne. This Waller import coming up from Melbourne. It's 1-2 in Australia, and the money has come today. $2.80 into the $2.15. Very solidly supported favourite here. We've got Castel Sant'Angelo there at $5. We'll press forward for Gay. Costello, good money here as well. $8 into the $6. David Payne's always been confident on this fella, and especially back to the dry, the 2,400 metres, a query here. Gayatri, $8.50, a really honest horse. And of course, Mrs. Madrid, the big price winner there on the heavy track last time. But Mike De Beer, all the money has come for this, $2.80 to $2.15, a really good go Thursday, and we're going to see why.
Yeah, look at this replay at Moonee Valley last night. Look, it's only a fair benchmark 78 race. The form behind it is only okay, but you have to respect when they only run a steady tempo and a horse like this puts a massive, massive margin and be strong, robust type, he should only be improving. This is his only start on a dry track in Australia. He absolutely brains them. He gets a dry track on Saturday as well. Stu.
How good was that? Just stalked the leader, Perfect Rhyme, who had no match. That was a massive
big boy, isn't he? Strong horse.
Looking forward to seeing him there at Rose Hill Gardens this weekend. And well, look, we've got a few to look at here, Mike. We're talking Mrs. Madrid right out wide, swamping home. Of course, Costello on the non-preferred heavy surface here. Take us through this one, because there's a bit to look at here. I mean, Costello's the big watch on, like as I said, we're going from the heavy to the dry, like a few of them on Saturday.
Yeah, some big bets with a tab for Nahuel today, which I'm a bit surprised at, because it's only an okay run. The two main ones, Mrs. Madrid and Costello. But Mrs. Madrid back off the strong tempo in the right spot, swooping out wide. She looked fantastic in the yard. She ran well. There's a couple of kilogram turnaround to Costello, who's floundering in the wet there. He's going so well. He was so unlucky 2 starts ago. You would have thought this was his race on Saturday, but of course Waller comes up with one on Saturday as well.
Yes, running into this decent horse, Mike. Let's have a look now at the form and all the key factors now to see who is going to get the job done over the 2,400 metres, and what a win it was. How good was that just to watch again?
It is De Beer. It's pretty simple. Light him up.
All right, De Beer, the one they've got to catch. It is the favourite, but who has got the progression here?
The scary thing is it's Waller. It's improving. It can get even better. It's already won the race. Costello, we may be being a bit kind, but he's still a young horse with some improvement in this preparation, we think.
Okay, so De Beer, well, as you said, he's already won the race. Let's see if anyone can catch up. Of course, Mike, the distance.
Yeah, it was just a slow tempo race when Gayatri was on pace last start. We think Desert Path and Curata Princess will be suited with more tempo this time. Okay,
still got to catch this short price favourite though, Mike, and of course the dry track's only going to suit it.
There it is, Costello, he loves it.
There we go. This is turning into a big 2-horse race. De Beer and Costello there, Mike. Position run probably doesn't matter too much.
24, we'll leave it to the jockeys.
All right, so these two have absolutely streeted clear, Mike. And look, when I see this, I start to think, well, there's 2 horses there. Okay, we're going to have a look at the bets later on. It's going to be one of those. But I see a replay like that, De Beer, and it was just running further and further in front. $2.80 into $2.15. You're going to have to convince me to get on anything else. Let's have a look now to see which way we're playing here, Mike. We went for value in the first, but $2.15 here, $6. Are you already on either of them is the big question.
Well, I know you're already on De Beer, And I'm already on Costello, and we're declaring the 2-horse race, Stu. So the birthday boys
Let's
are
go.
going head-to-head. De Beer, Costello, De Beer. Castel San Angelo was only a small, light athletic type.
Yep.
We don't think he'll like Rose Hill. Gayatri, she could place. Mrs. Madrid, she could place. But it's all about those top two for us. They're absolutely crying out for, well, Costello's crying out to win. De Beer's going so well. Which way are we going? Well, I do the tips, so we're doing Costello. If you do the tips, it would be De Beer, but one of those horses will win on Saturday.
Very, very solid each way play there. Happy enough with that in race number 4. Stick around after the break. 3 more big races coming your way, including the features. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. We're 2 down and 3 to go this weekend at Rosehill Gardens, and what a race the Run to the Rose is. That's the next one we are having a look at. Some of the best turn of foot in the country on show here, and Exceedance, didn't he just show that last start? $2.20. Absolutely lapping up the San Domenico. The $4 Golden Rose favourite now, so of course this market will be changing again. Bivouac, $4.20. Outkicked by Exceedance there last start. See if he can turn the tables. Yes, yes, yes. $5.50. Missed that run, but of course the Todman run puts him right in this. Dawn Passage, $6.50. We'll really need to improve again. Then out to Kubrick at $11 here, Mike. But how good's this just to look at? The Run to the Rose. Beautiful.
Yeah, what a great race. Bivouac was such short odds. I had a little bit on him, so it's a very, very hard watch. Yeah, what was I thinking?
Wow.
Don't remind me. Let's have a look. Bivouac on pace. Look, they went no tempo this day, which for 1,100 metre race is really surprising. Bivouac gets out-sprinted. He's got no acceleration at all. He's a smaller type, a tougher type. Exceedance, talk about acceleration, reeled off some amazing sectionals. To beat Bivouac on a heavy track, you just can't see Bivouac turn the tables on a dry track, can you, Stu?
No, look, you can't. But I mean, look, did we really expect anything like this day?
No, we didn't. We didn't expect a slow tempo either. We think he came out, looked great in the yard. He's a progressive type. He can only improve. I don't think Bivouac can win on that run.
Okay, well, if not, then can yes. That's the question. Let's have a look at the trial here, Mike. Of course, we're looking at Redzel, Nature Strip, but it's yes, the one we're interested in here. Closing off well enough. Is it a yes or a no? Is it a pass or a fail?
Well, no, this is the question. Is a horse that can peak on his run the last 100 metres. Sometimes he's a bit weak. So 1,200 metres first up, you're a little bit worried. Looking at this 1,000 metre trial, you're looking at him just the last little bit. He's getting urged. He's changing legs. I just don't know, Stu. Maybe. Just don't know.
Okay, so the jury is out. But
Massively.
From the other race we saw, the winner could be there and probably should be. They're the favourites. Let's have a look now, Mike, and get this race started. It is the Run to the Rose. All the form is obviously coming through that last start.
Yeah, big ratings for Exceedance last start. Light him up for form easily.
All right, these classy 3-year-olds have got a big job to make up against Exceedance here as we get the race started, Mike. Of course, progression.
Yeah, of course, Exceedance has got upside, but first up to second up, maybe he'll stay flat before improving. Bivouac second to third up can improve. Moe's Crown, a green type. He's improving all the time.
Okay, but it's still the favourite. Out by a couple of lengths here, Mike, and of course the distance.
The one thing that might save Bivouac is if they really, really roll along in the lead.
Yep.
Maybe more tempo will help. Yes. The small field suits him first up.
Okay, so it's getting a little bit exciting here. Still Exceedance by a length over Bivouac, Mike. Of course, the dry track, you're saying here, it suits all of them bar Bivouac.
Yeah, just like Adana, we're swamping one of them, and this time it's Bivouac.
Okay, well, look, it is Exceedance out in front, but now yes is issuing the challenge. Position in run, doesn't quite get there.
Yeah, dry track, Dawn Passage, Moe's Crown on pace, high tail on the inside with cover. He'll love that position. Those three light him up.
Okay, so it is Exceedance out by a length from yes, and then Dawn Passage and Kubrick. No love there for Bivouac. Back to the dry, Mike. The big question, yes, or no. Let's have a look to see which way we are playing in the Run to the Rose. And as I said, some really classy 3-year-olds here, Mike. Exceedance, you know, as you said, has been suited in the small fields. Yes. We know it's got that big sprint. Can it produce on the weekend? But is $2.20 the right sort of price for this horse, Exceedance?
When you first look at those ratings, you think no, but yes is drifting. That trial was only average. Dawn Passage, look, he's solid, but is he as good as Exceedance? I don't know. And Kubrick first up, can he really beat them? Look, it's a bit of a race for the mounting yard, I think. You could bet early, if anything, Exceedance, but perhaps wait for the mounting yard to see if yes looks great first up. If it is, we're not so sure in the race. But otherwise, Thursday night, Exceedance for us, Kubrick for the value, but wait for Saturday for big bets.
All right, so there it is, a big watch on the yard this weekend in the Run to the Rose, but Exceedance for us for the win. Let's have a look now, Mike, at the Theo Marks Stakes, and what a race this is going to be. Arcadia Queen, the Queen of the West, comes east and gets backed into $1.85 favourite. So right into the red now. Trope there at $5. Ran on best to win fresh. Baller, $7.50, an easy winner back in grade last start. Of course, we've got Gem Song there, $13 fresh. And Zeus Sane, $15, another big one for the yard, I'd imagine, this weekend, Mike.
Yeah, these are great horses, aren't they? Arcadia Queen first up. Her trial was so good. She should almost be unbeaten. But like all these boom horses, you've got to temper your enthusiasm sometimes. Let's try and do that with this replay. She has been beaten before. It was over a similar distance to Saturday, and it was in much lesser grade, just a listed grade a few months ago, only in November, not that long ago last year. She comes to the outside, she almost has every chance, but she's well beaten, Stu.
She's well beaten here, Mike, and I've asked you just before the show, why did we pick this replay? Because it's the only race she hasn't won.
Yeah, she didn't quicken on the turn. Her last 200 metres was strong. But if she doesn't quicken on Saturday, she'll be in big trouble.
Okay, so we could have a risk for the favourite. Well, one of those that is going to contend, Mike, is a Kiwi mare called Volpe Veloce, and you've got to have a look at the way this horse just finished so powerfully through the pack. I mean, can this be a factor on the weekend?
We are so arrogant in Australia sometimes, absolutely forgetting the Kiwis. We're all focused on our own queen from the west. What about the queen from across the ditch? Volpe Veloce, the fast fox in Italian. She's
you got it.
She's strong. She's got an amazing winning record. This is a proper Group 1 race. She absolutely storms home, and she should eat up Rosehill Gardens on Saturday.
All right, so of course form in behind Melody Bell there, coming across the ditch. As you said, more Kiwis, they know how to attack the good races in the carnivals. Well, let's get this race started now, Mike. It's quite intriguing, of course, with Arcadia Queen, but she's obviously talented.
Yeah, last start, 1,800 metres, she was amazing. Light up her for form.
Okay, so the favourite's there to get run down or to go ahead. Let's see what's going to happen. Who's got the progression?
Yeah, the trials were really good for Arcadia Queen. She's with the Waller stable now. She could obviously take big steps up. There's lots of other horses with improvement as well. Though Trope third up or second up, he can improve as well.
Okay, obviously lots in store for the Queen from the west. What about this distance, Mike?
Distance is the risk for Arcadia Queen. Trope, Baller, 1,300 metres perfect. Volpe Veloce, 1,300 metres first up's good for her as well. And Gem Song and Redouble, not too bad. Arcadia Queen, is it a bit short for her? She's heading towards the Everest though, Stu.
I know, and a few of these with gold are catching up to a potential Everest runner here, Mike. And what about the track conditions?
Yeah, good, dry Rosehill. Trope is born for it. He's never been to his home track Rosehill before. He should eat up 1,300 metres here. Volpe Veloce, like we said, a big, strong, powerful mare. She'll have the track as well.
Geez, a few favourite backers might be running scared here, Mike. Trope levelling up. Volpe Veloce not too far away. And who gets the all-important position in run?
Yeah, remember that day he flew along and almost broke the track record, or he did deploy. If he can rekindle that form, he could do something on Saturday.
All right, so it's Arcadia Queen on top and levelled up late by Trope. So $1.85 favourites. We'll see if they are going to be nervous here, Mike. The Queen of the West, is she going to produce over here in the East? That is the big question. Let's have a look now at all the ratings and, of course, the odds here, Mike, because we're basically saying, well, you've already said it, no respect for the Queen of the West, Queen of the East, I should say. So have we got the respect for the Queen of the East? Because not quite right there on the ratings, but $23 says this race is going to be good for her. But Zeus Sane, why is this horse $15?
Zeus Sane, you love him, you've backed him as well.
Well, it's just a big price.
It's a bit of a red seller, isn't it? If he comes on does his last preparation form, he won't do anything. But 2 preps ago, he could definitely do something. The trials have been all right. Outside Zeus Sane, Stu, I think it's a 3-horse race. Yep. Arcadia Queen, Trope, Volpe Veloce. Look at the odds on Volpe. She's been absolutely forgotten. The trainer's happy with her. She's a great bet each way, or just to win for sure.
You sound very convincing here, Mike. Volpe Veloce, the Kiwi, there for us in race number 7. And rounding out the day, Mike, it is a Shirako Stakes, always a quality race. And here we have Champagne Cuddles resuming. Absolutely super reliable and bomb-proof mare, $3.80 favourite. Fasika resuming as well. Unbeaten, so you think, mare for Joe Pride, $5.50. $5 there, a little bit of money. Mizzy, $5.50, great fresh win. Baller, obviously franking the form from last start. I'm excited. I thought that was a really sexy trial, resuming, obviously in the same trial there as Fasika. Dyslexic, $9, has had a little bit of support here on Thursday, Mike. And Invincibella, $10, another one resuming, and a great strike rate, 3 from 8 fresh. But Champagne Cuddles, this horse really does nothing wrong, and that's why it's a favourite in this race.
She's so solid. I've looked at her in the second replay. Let's start with that sexy trial, Stu. You rang me up on Thursday morning. You said, have a look at this. And I think you backed her as well. You've had a few pre-post bets this week, mate. So the money's on. Fasika's in the lead. She's big, she's strong, she's tough, but she might like 1,400 metres plus, deeper into preparation. I'm excited can quicken, and she does that in this trial, doesn't she, Stu?
She does, and I mean, look, you've got to have a look at this trial. Sometimes you're thinking, okay, these two have sort of streeted out, but yeah, look, I just like the way I'm excited finishes.
Yeah, it's Bahudakawa in third. Look, she beat Redzel last preparation, but Redzel was out of form. She can win on Saturday.
All right, there's a look at some trials. What about Champagne Cuddles? A great mare she is. Let's take you back to the first up run in January. Importantly, this was up the straight, obviously not counting that this weekend. But Mike, a horse that tries and a horse that usually delivers.
Yeah, every time you look at a replay, you think small, tough, consistent. Look how brave she is, and you just want to back her. But then you go through her results and you go, she doesn't win that often. This is a really, really good run again. This is first up last prep, like you said, Stu, but she's run third again.
Yep.
What will she do on Saturday? Second, third, or will she sneak first by a nose?
Well, that could happen more so than a couple of lengths. That's what you're pretty much saying.
She won't dominate, that's for sure.
All right, well, let's get this race started. It is race number 8 on the card at Rosehill Gardens. Who has got all the form? Not the favourites.
No, Waller's pair from Brisbane, Invincible and Noir were racing so well just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, you can't forget about those horses, especially those ones coming through the all-important Brisbane Carnival. Let's light up this race, Mike. Get it started. Who has got the progression?
This will level them up. Invincible and Noir, the trials are only okay. Maybe they're not prepped up first up. You'll see in the yard and in the market late, Champagne Cuddles can run well fresh. Fasika can run well fresh. I'm excited too. That levels up a few of them, doesn't it, Stu?
It does. Typical mares race by the look of it here. There are 4 all out in front. What about the distance?
Yeah, looking for horses like the 1200. Dyslexic second up is ideal. Pretty in pink. She should like the sprint distance too.
Okay, these key factors aren't helping us too much here, Mike. Let's get to the next one, the Good Track.
Not too much doing. Looked for a really powerful Rosehill type. Couldn't find one this year.
We are looking for an edge here, Mike. Position in run. Does anyone stick their neck out late?
I think this is the way to play this race. To sit there, look at the form guide, find which one's going to get the right spot. Maybe look at the bias on the day because it's going to be so close. Champagne Cuddles gets a nice trail. But will she get locked up on the inside? I don't know.
Look, tough race. Champagne Cuddles out there by equalled with Invincibella there, but look, only a length back to an absolute handful of these. Mizzy, I'm excited. And of course, Noir there, Mike. A really, really tough mares race, as you would expect, to end the day for us of our 5 vets. So, look, let's get into this race, Mike, because when we get to this stage, we look for that little bit of edge. I don't see too much here. I mean, look, we do have a $10 horse there on the top line of betting. So is this the sort of no-bet race, or are you saying there's enough edge here that we can get involved with so many questions, including unbeaten horses like Fasika and Mizzy, who was such a good winner last time?
Yeah, she was good, but she's up in grade. Look, usually a $10 top raider would be a bet, but first up, the trial's only fair. Is she fit? You want to look on Saturday, I think.
Yep.
There's 2 lengths between almost the whole page. Resin on a wet track maybe, but not a dry track. So there's 9 potential winners.
Wow,
I've got absolutely no idea.
Yep.
I love these mares, but I hate this race as a betting race. I'm going to pop Noir up there and hope James Mack can boom down the outside, but I've got no idea, Stu.
All right, it's Noir there in the last. It's a best bet for us, but a very, very open Shirako Stakes. There's a look at 5 key races from Rosehill Gardens this weekend. But stick around after the break. We've got plenty of value coming your way. Of course, a $100 hot seat and our charity multi.
Will it ever be right? She needs someone to hold on tonight. This girl.
Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. We've had a look at 5 key races from Rosehill Gardens this weekend, and now it's time to get stuck into all the other best bets and, of course, the multis for the day. And, Mike, we've seen those 5 good races. Plenty of other good racing on the card, though. I want to see what you come up with
Yeah,
here.
a few races we're quite confident in. Maybe a few we'll be avoiding on. So let's have a look at the bets across the card. Some we're not too confident. Nick Anita drawn a bit wide. Strong, powerful type 1,400 metres at Rosehill should suit. Shock Alert, very, very short for a horse that can sometimes put a bit of a plain run in. So just not too sure as a dam. We like a $17. Costello at 6 each way. Castelvecchio, make sure Swoopers can get home on the day, because you know where he will be in the run. He'll be last. Exceedance, such a great turn of foot. Volpe Veloce, completely forgotten the Kiwi man. Noir booming home, and God of Thunder, he's improving all the time for the Hawk stable, isn't he?
All right, he is. And look, there's a couple there at short odds, Mike, but a couple there at very juicy odds, $23, $18, $17. We are loving that. And of course, $100 hot seat time. This is going well, Mike. Let's keep this winning streak going. Heading out to Rosehill Saturday, $100 in the back burner. Where are they going to put it?
Yeah, we want to beat the 2018 winnings and get towards the grand before Christmas time.
Let's do it.
Great each way play is Zidane. He'll run top 5.
Love it.
Can win at $17. Robbie Dolan, fire him home down the outside. Costello, a great each-way play as well.
Yep.
He won't miss a place. Volpe Veloce, we thought each way, but maybe it's just a win bet. A bit of a risk coming across the ditch.
Okay.
We'll see her in the yard first up. And a great multi, Costello a place, and Exceedance to win. We'll take $20 at $4.40 for that.
Absolutely love it. Nice profit there, as you said, looking to get towards $1,000, but pretty early in the carnival here, Mike, so plenty of time to go there. And of course, charity multi-time. We are doing this for the Bondi to Berry bike ride. They've just crossed the state into sale, I think, at the moment in Victoria, and all the proceeds this year going to Dementia Australia. So let's get the bike riders home. They finish in Brighton on Saturday. And here is the charity bet this weekend. We're going to have a multi for $10. Let's get Zidane for a place. So you've spruiked this one up nice, Mike. We're on early. Costello, $2. This could be a two-horse war there. Exceedance, $2.20. Love the way this horse won last start. That's at $20.20, so there's a good start. And I think we've nearly said this is one of the races of the day, Mike. These two could just peel off together, Costello and De Beer. They could be about 5 lengths in front of third place, but let's go the rough way here for the exacta. So it's Costello to win from De Beer, and we're going to have $10 on that for the exacta.
And you've gone my way, because I know you've backed De Beer. You've gone for the value. Great bet. Nashville Wheeler on Costello, James Mack on De Beer. That'll be a battle of the jockeys and the horses. A great race on Saturday.
It is going to be a great day out there at Rosehill Gardens this weekend, especially on a good track. So head to theraceguide.com.au for all your feature profiling. We'll be there from the track and hope you end up a winner on Saturday.
See you on Saturday.